Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, Druuill, and you already know I'm back at you again with another video. Every Chosen Vessel, hit that like, share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Salute to Drew Nation. Shout out to the Galactic family. Let's get right into it. Jealous men have feminine traits that don't allow them to act like a real man because their feelings are in the way. Let's talk about it. All right. Everybody has insecurities. Everybody has felt inferior at one point in their life. The difference between them and me is that I'm the type to go to the gym. I'm the type to do some push-ups. I'm the type to start eating different. I'm the type to start reading more, start educating myself. I'm the type to make a change. If there's anything that you feel inferior about as a man or as anyone, women included, but I'm really talking to my men in this one. Ladies, feel free to listen because the information is always interchangeable. But it's really sad to see grown ass men jealous of each other, and it's only because it's coming from a place of femininity. All right, when you let your jealousy show, you're acting like a female. Because no disrespect to the ladies do that with no shame. Oh, I don't like her. Oh, I don't like that dress. Or oh, like there'll be a whole group of friends that be like, bitch, you slayed. Like the energy is just different between females. Like they could do certain stuff and it's just, I don't know, it's just okay for them. Like they don't really, it's not that it's okay. It's just that society really don't look at them any type of way, you know? But I'll have videos where I'll hold the females accountable on certain things. But right now I'm talking to the men, man. I'm talking to us men. We gotta change this jealousy stuff. And I know it's like an individual thing. So whoever this video is really for the people who get hated on, and for them to just keep doing what they're doing, and for them to just motivate them, and for anybody who, you know, Christ puts it on them, on their spirit to change or become better. This is for them too. And this isn't to this isn't to bash any men for being jealous. It's just that you shouldn't be moving out here like that as a man. It's not the proper energy for you to be in a masculine frame. And as a man, that's the entire goal. All right, that's how you get that girl that's not paying attention to you but paying attention to somebody else. You don't need anything that any other man has. All you need to do is be yourself and stay in your masculine frame, and you'll have females flocking to you. That's all you have to do. You'll have, if you, as long as you got your stuff together, right? Because if you got your stuff together and you're and you got jealousy towards somebody that has less than you, you got a mental illness. There's something wrong with you. You should be enjoying your life and jumping for joy that you don't have to go through some of the stuff that somebody who has less than you has to go through. It should be no reason why your jealousy is towards somebody who should not beneath you, but with their type of ego and their mindset, they view you as beneath them. So if somebody is beneath you, right? If you view somebody as beneath you, why are you jealous of them? It's because you know that person is not really beneath you, they're above you, right? And unfortunately, you got some brothers and some sisters that in their mind, they see other people as better than them and as above them, and they see you being on a level that they can't reach, or they just can't consult in their mind. They just can't work out in their mind how they feel towards somebody who may be at an advantage, or they can't deal with somebody making them feel like they're at a disadvantage. But being jealous, that's feminine, fellas. You're not supposed to be jealous of another man for any reason. All right. You're supposed to, as a man, you're supposed to work towards things. You're supposed to go out and get things. Like, man, there's people that are doing way better than me. There's people who have more than me. There's people who can do more than me. There's people who are doing better than me, you know, have better things than me, and I could care less. I wish them the best, and I love to see people succeed. Like if I see a dude and he's got girls, or he's got his life together, or he's doing what he's supposed to do, that don't make me jealous or don't make me mad. It motivates me. It makes me want to do better. It makes me feel better about myself. When I see somebody that's winning, I'm like, yo, that's for me. I'm like, that's my wealthy self. I associate myself with what I want to be. I never disassociate myself with something just because I may not have it or I'm not living that life right now physically. In my mind, I'm living it up. In my mind, I already have it. In my mind, I accept whatever type of good that I desire. I agree with good for me, and I agree with good for you watching this video. You have to agree with good for you and for everyone. When you hate on other people for having the things that you wish you had, you basically block yourself from getting it. You block your blessing. Even if it's down to something spiritual, you see the shine on somebody. When you hate them, it actually doesn't stop their light. No, even if you try to stop that person physically, whatever you try to do to that person, it will never stop their light. When you try to stop somebody else's light, that's the only time somebody else's light gets dimmed. All right, my light is not going to dim your light, but you will dim your own light by trying to dim mine. They need to cap off that statement with a finishing sentence. All right, one light doesn't put out my shine, or somebody else's shine isn't going to put out the shine of another. Or I think it says, I'm not sure, but I think the quote is, it's like one shining light, or one person's light isn't going to dampen the light of another, or somebody's shine's not going to put out the shine of another. That's not the way it goes, but I know that's the basics of it. That's the premise of it, of that statement. It's like somebody shining is just because they're shining, it's not going to dim your light. My shine is not going to dim your light, but you will dim your light trying to put out my shine. And that's how you know people are just jealous, man. People will try to put out your shine. People want you to feel bad. They want you to hate what you got going on, and it's because they got too much feminine energy. All right, you're supposed to work on your life and make your life better. You're supposed to educate yourself out of whatever the issue is. You're supposed to pray yourself out whatever the issue is. You're not supposed to pout and cry and be upset. It's okay to shed a tear or whatever, but you're not supposed to be crying and whining because other people are doing better than you, or somebody has something that you want, or somebody it has the look that you want, or somebody's cooler than you, or whatever that stuff is. Like, none of that stuff matters, man. In the grand scheme of things, you got to live your life and be happy about who you are. Because if you can't, you'll never reach true success. You can get all the money in the world and still be comparing yourself to somebody else. Or his Lamborghini, he's got the 28, mine's the 2026. Or his mansion is something square feet, and my mansion is 1,000 square feet off, less than that. Like, come on, man. Like, there are some people, it's like those are the people that I don't even know, man. Those are just those people are too concerned, all right, with other people and what they have going on in their life. And you can't be like that. You can't be concerned so much with what somebody else has going on that it brings envy out of you. A lot of people are turning into demons in these last days and times because God's children are on the rise, and these demons can't stand it. Their energy is different than ours. They've tried to sell their way to the top. They've tried to backstab their way to the top. They've tried to cheat their way to the top. And it's like people will try to get to the top any way they can. And when they see you just taking your time, using your gifts, using your talents, they hate that. The reason why people resort to negativity and things like that in the first place is because they just don't know. A lot of people never took the time to develop themselves or their gifts or their skills. So now when they see somebody who has, there's going to be hate, there's going to be animosity. You have now unlocked one of the keys to life. It may have took you a decade. It may have took you 20 years, 15 years. You figured out something. So now your energy is completely different. You figured out how to do something that not a lot of people could do. You figured out the process of achieving something. You figured out the process of becoming something. Because I don't know about you, but I've been working on becoming something for over a decade, and I'm about to start seeing the fruits of my labor with that because I've just put so much time into it, and I'm going to continue putting time into it, and I already know where God is taking me with that, and I hope you guys stick around to see, because it's going to get real it's going to get real godlike, real godly. Okay. If you worship the Lord and believe in God, it's supposed to look like it. And I now see how it's going to look like it for me. Everyone has their gift and everyone has their talent. And as long as you exercise those gifts and those talents and you keep your faith in God, you put God first, you don't sell your soul, you don't do anything immoral, you don't go against your integrity. All right. You don't backstab anyone, you don't do anything dirty to anyone to get there. You got a clean slate. You feel good. Your spirit is light. You don't have the vibes of someone who went out and did something to somebody just to get something. You don't have the vibes of someone who gave up something just to get something. All right. You have focused yourself. You have stayed down until you got up. You stayed down. It was hard. You didn't know what you were doing. You didn't know how to do it, but you still persevered. And for somebody to be jealous of you, you just shake your head because it's like, yo, all the hard days, all the long nights, all the sleepless nights, all the nights where you went hungry, you ain't have nothing to eat. All right. You didn't have no clothes. All right. You didn't know where your next meal was coming from. You didn't know how things were going to work out. All right. Some of you still going through that now. And I've trust me, I feel you. I understand. All right. Um, you have gone through any and everything that you could possibly have gone through to try to get to where you're at right now. And for anybody to be jealous of you, that's their business, because you understand how it is to hold it down, be patient, wait, keep grinding, and keep working until you get up. Real men that want to achieve something, and again, this is for anybody, but I'm hollering at my fellas. Real men that want to achieve something, they're willing to work for it until they get the result. They're willing to work until they can get to where they need to go in life. All right. That's what it's all about. You have to be willing to work. You got to be willing to work until you can get to where you want to get in life. Some people don't want to build anything. Some people don't know what it's like to build anything. Some people don't know what it's like to start from scratch, to start from zero. All right, all my real men, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You started from the bottom. You started from nothing. You built it from the ground up. And for people to be jealous of you, it's just like, yo, man, this dude's a straight. This dude's acting out of this dude's acting out of his feminine nature as a man. Like, bro, you're acting like a female. No offense. But it's like men have to realize that that's not the way to go. It's not the way to go to be jealous of another dude. You know, and I know this video is not going to stop jealousy, but it bringing light to the situation will help people make decisions. All right, this will help people realize that they either need to cut somebody off, or they need to stop. They need to start moving different, or they need to stop talking to certain people, or like, okay, that's what was going on with that situation. People will hate on you just for being there, just for living your life, and they have a problem with you, and they're jealous of you because you make them feel some type of way. They can't get over the fact that they're mentally irritated. You're irritating them, and they're mentally unstable. So it's like they need to go actually get help and get themselves corrected, right? All the help they say everybody else needs, they're the ones that need to go get some help. If you can't be in the same vicinity as somebody and without hating on them, then it's something wrong with you. It's not something wrong with that person. If somebody makes you feel some type of way just because of something that they're doing with their life, and you have the power to go do the same freaking thing, stop hating. Go do something yourself. Like go do something. Like go create something. Everybody has a brain. Everybody can analyze things. Everybody can see things. Everybody views the world in their own special way. So it's like, why don't you go create something? Why don't you go put something out into the world instead of focusing so harshly on what other people are doing, what everyone else is doing, and just giving up a hateful opinion. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like how he does that. He should do that different. Why is he doing that? Why is she doing that? She don't got nothing else better to do. They want to talk about you so bad and try to discourage you and make you quit. It's because you're getting close. You're getting close, and they see the light at the end of the tunnel for you. So now it's gonna start to get thicker, because whatever they are going to try to do is going to try is to try to stop you. It's to try to get you to not keep going, because certain people don't want to see you make it. All right, they don't want to see you finish and win. Not everybody wants to see you finish the race and get to the end of the finish line. Some people they will try to trip you. Some people will try to put a hole in the ground so you fall into it. All right. Some people will be sitting there like that brother from that movie. I don't like that. I don't like that. They'll be eating a banana. You'll be racing. They'll throw it in front of you so you slip and fall like in a cartoon. Whoop. Anything to try to hold you back or stop your progress. That's what it's all about. They don't want to see you succeed. They are jealous of you and the ideas that you have for yourself. People are starting to have dreams about it. All right, people are having dreams about your success. You know nothing about this. People are having dreams about your success. People are having visions about your success, about where you're going in your life. They're thinking about you all the time, aren't they? So, and people know that they are. They just gaslight you. Oh, ain't nobody worried about you. But you see these things as clear as day. You see people are worried about you more than they should be. And you can see that people are hating on you because of their actions towards you. When people act a certain way towards you that's not love, then what the hell is it? It's hate. So if people are going to act towards you in a hateful way, if people are going to have disdain for you, if people are going to give you dirty looks and have negative energy towards you, then you have to be aware of these kinds of things. Those people aren't friends. Those people aren't associates. Those aren't people to hang around. All right. Those are people that you want to keep your distance from, so that way you can keep your dream popping. All right. Like people like that, you don't want to tell them anything. Dream killers, dream doubters. Jealousy is a lot evil than people think. It's even deeper than just people hating on you and trying to stop you. Like certain people will try to kill you because they're jealous of you. Certain people don't want to see you prosper. They don't want to see you live. Some people don't want to see you succeed. All right. Some of these people are sociopathic. All right. Some of these people are psychopaths, and it eats them alive to not be able to control a person's destiny. All right, they take that property thing very seriously, and a lot of these people feel that when you're succeeding, you're leaving them behind. All right, some of these people feel that they know you. Some of these people feel that because you're in the same area as them. Some of these people feel that because you are starting to do better and they're not. Like people are weird, man, and they have people got a lot of issues, and that success, it kills people. Like people have that success, it kills people. People have an idea about you, and they want you to stay stuck to their version of you, their vision of you. And people will try to people will try to control your life. And when they can't bully you, when they can't force you to do what it is they want, or when their presence doesn't make you act in a certain way, like you're not intimidated. When you're not intimidated by them, and you'll still do what you want to do, you'll still feel good, you'll still smile in their face, you won't like act how they want you to act, like you're not afraid of them. People are used to people being afraid of them, and it's like, okay, you're not afraid of me, I'm gonna kick it up a notch, I'm gonna take it to the next level. And a lot of these people are cowards because all they're doing is they're trying to see if they can instill fear in you. When you stand up and when you get in their face, a lot of them will just back down and just walk away. All right, a lot of them really don't want no confrontation. They don't want no problems. They just see you as a peaceful person and they thought that they could try you. All right, but they don't know that they tried the wrong one. Jealousy is a feminine trait, so just don't do it. All right, if you're hating on another man, you need to start working on your own stuff. Why take all that time and be hating on the next man when you could take that time and you could invest it in yourself and do the same thing and get the same thing as he got? They did not stop making expensive watches when they made his. They didn't stop making expensive cars when they made his. They didn't stop making nice, beautiful homes with lakefront, oceanfront views when they made his or hers. Why be jealous because somebody got a home and you don't? Go work and get you a home. Go do something to get you a home. Dig you a well so God could fill it. People are mad at other people who have took the time to become successful. Every successful person had a time where they didn't have much. Unless they were born into wealth, then you gotta they still, I'm sure, they still are alive. All right. People are still alive. Just because people have money, just because people have wealth doesn't mean they don't go through the things that everybody else goes through. Don't hate on that person. Change your life. Fix your situation. Don't complain. Don't stay stuck. Don't make excuses. People want to make excuses because other people have things and they don't. Who cares what that person has? If you want it so bad, work for it. That's why I'm saying that jealousy stuff is feminine, because real men, real people, they work for what they want. All right. Real men work for what they want. They say, you know what, that's nice. I like that. I'm gonna get that for myself. They don't sit there and whine and complain because somebody else has something. You can get whatever you want in this world. You can have whatever you want in this world. Only a loser is going to sit and complain about what somebody else has versus what they have. When people are jealous and complain about what other people have, it's because they feel in their mind that they can't have it or they're not good enough. So you'll have people that'll be mad at you because you know your worth. You know what you deserve. You're worthy of better. You know you deserve better, so you go out and get it. And other people have a problem with that because you don't settle for less. You're vibrating on a higher frequency than them. You know you deserve more. You know the creator put you here to be wealthy and to be draped in gold and to wear fine linens and to step on to walk on fancy carpets, thick, nice, luxurious plush carpets. All right, to sit in a nice office chair with a big old computer monitor, handling business, standing on business, you know? And as a chosen one, you just got to stand on business. Like, what's up with all this? What's up with all this hate, man? What's up with all this jealousy? Like, God gave everybody a gift. I don't understand. That's how you know they're possessed and they're under demonic possession. They're on a lower frequency. You telling me you have a life? All God's children got wings. All right, you telling me you got a whole life, and you're wasting your precious time focusing on what other people have and what they're doing. If that's not a waste of life, I don't know what is. But you have people wasting their life and suffering because they have lack of knowledge. All right, Bible says my people suffer from lack of knowledge, and they also don't have a vision. They haven't taken the time to improve their vision, improve their mind, strengthen their mindset, strengthen their core beliefs, strengthen their confidence, strengthen their faith in God. They haven't taken the time to do these things. You have. You spend a lot of time in solitude. You spend a lot of time alone. You spend a lot of time not having people around, just thinking, just spending time with God, just hoping, just praying that you could become successful, praying that you become something. If you're like me, you want to be something so bad that you just won't give up. And you know you deserve the best. And you know you're willing to put in a certain amount of time and effort that apparently other people just aren't willing to do. You're willing to put in a certain amount of time, effort, and energy that not everybody else is willing to do. Some people can only dream and only think about reaching the same level that you reached. But you fought through all the times where you didn't know what you knew. You sat down, you studied, you learned, you researched, you tried, you failed. All right, you know how many fails you have to You know how many attempts you have to make at failing something just to be great? You got to fail more than you actually win. And even when you figure things out, you still fail. Because if you're not there yet and you haven't become successful yet, all you're doing is still making more attempts at trying to become greater. People just don't get it. It takes, it's a process to become successful. You have to try, you have to fail, you have to keep working towards success. It's not something that happens when you want it to happen. It happens when it happens. When you're good enough because you've perfected your skill, you'll know because you'll see the results. People will, you'll be bearing the fruits of your labor. People will be able to attest to the results that you're seeing. All right, people will be a part of what you're doing. You'll be influencing people. People will want to support you. People will want to pay you for your service. People will want to pay you for your time. Whatever you're great at, people will be paying you to do it. And you'll know when you're getting close because if you've been working on it, if this is something you love to do, if this is something you're an expert at or working towards becoming an expert at it, you know you know what's professional, you know how it's done right. So when you start doing it and it starts to sound more professional, starts to sound more right, it starts to look better, it starts to draw more people in. More people are start to becoming interested in what you're doing. They're starting to see the value in what you're doing. Then you know you're doing something right. And when people are hating on you, when people are jealous of you, you're doing something right. So as much as we don't like it, as much as it is feminine, it's still a sign from God that you're headed in the right direction and you're doing something right. Because people aren't going to hate on somebody for just no reason. People could minimize whatever you're doing, but why they watching? People could minimize whatever you're doing, why they interested? People could minimize whatever they doing if it's so small and insignificant and it doesn't matter. Why are you worried about it, talking about it, and concerned about it? Why does it matter to you? If it's that bad, if it's that not important, why do you care? Why are you concerning yourself with it? Why can't you find anything else better to do? Why? Because you know this person is the best. You know I'm the best. You know I'm the greatest. You know everything I'm saying is true. And they know everything is true about you as well. And it is what it is. All right, people are just, when you become successful and people don't like it, they just gonna have to, there's something that they're gonna have to deal with, and it's something that you're gonna have to deal with. It's gonna be some smiling faces, it's gonna be some snarling faces, and sometimes it's gonna, depending on the difference of the face, it won't matter because it's still gonna end up being the same spirit. It's still gonna end up being that jealous, envious spirit at the end of the day. Some of them will, and some of them will, it really doesn't matter. It's all about the person's spirit. Don't. That's why I made that video, the outside. Don't be fooled by the outside chosen ones, because depending on it all matters what's on the inside. Depending on that person's spirit, it doesn't matter if they're smiling at you. That's like saying just because somebody looks like this, they're a hater. All right, they may be. All right, you may see a certain look on them, but if that person got a good spirit, if they're not bothering you and they just walking around looking angry, that's their business. All right. You may have confused it for a narcissistic stare, but if they ain't acting if they're not acting that narcissism out, then oh well. Okay. Person look mean and angry. They ain't bothering me. But once they start coming into your reality, trying to bring that energy to you, then that's how you know it's hate and jealousy. And that's how you know, unfortunately, but still good for you, you're doing the right thing. People aren't going to hate on somebody that's going nowhere in life. People are going to be so nice to that person and so supportive to that person. Oh, can I help you? Can I do something for you? Because they're feeding off the fact that you're appeasing their ego because you're not doing anything with your life. That's why when you start trying and when you start working on becoming something, people just bounce. People fall out until you become back successful because they could use you again and benefit off of you. But when they can't benefit off of you, when you're keeping all your time and energy to yourself, when you don't want nothing to do with nobody because all you're trying to do is become successful, and you ain't got nothing for them, they'll be gone. They're not going to be there. They may try to ruin your time, or they may try to take some time or some energy from you. But once they realize they can't do that, you know how people are when they can't get something from you. They act like you don't exist. So sometimes that's not always a bad thing. Sometimes that's a blessing in disguise. So it's all good. People could be feminine. People could hate on you. It's not going, as long as you don't let it stop you, then you're good. And you definitely ain't going to let nobody stop you just because they hating on you. It's just something to get in the way, something to try to distract you, something to try to get your mind off God, your mind off good. All right. So it's just feminine when people do it. It's a feminine trait. And I wouldn't advise being a hater, because you could do so much more with your time. You could bless yourself by educating yourself, by working out, by learning a new skill, learning a new trade. It's a million things you could do with your mind by wasting time focused on somebody else that you don't like. That's not doing anything for you. You need to grow past that. If that person is on your mind and you're jealous of them, that means they're doing something right, and you need to go do something right in your life. That way some people will start to be jealous of you. All right, that way you could feel important. If that's what you want so bad, I wouldn't become successful just merely for that alone. But I mean, maybe some people will hey, maybe I'm directing some people to the light. All right, maybe they'll find the light regardless. But just PSA service announcement, for the ladies and gentlemen out there doing their thing. People are going to be jealous of you, and they're going to try to get in the way, and you're going to step all over them. All right, you're going to continue to push forward. You're going to continue to move on. You're going to continue to be great regardless of how they feel about it. And it's just what it is. It comes with the territory. It's something that we have to deal with. It's something that we have to face. But we always win in the long run, and it's nothing that can hold us down or stop us from becoming successful. So all they're doing is making us that much stronger. All they're doing is making us that much better. And all they're doing is making us focus that much more. Like when you have people hating on you and you're feeding off that energy of you're not going to let them stop you, you'll create some of the best stuff. You'll make some of the best artwork. All right, you'll put out some of the best clothes. You'll put out some of the best poetry. You'll put out some of your best material. Because you take lemons and turn them into lemonade. You take bad situations and turn them into better experiences, turn them into good ones. You're an alchemist, a true alchemist. You take negativity and turn it into positivity. You take lead and turn it into gold. All right, all these people are lead heads. All right, you take you take the stress from the lead head and you turn it into gold. All right, everything you touch turn to gold, King Midas. Everything you touch turns to gold. Even when people try to hate on you, it turns out for your benefit. They meant it to you for bad. God meant it to you for good. Your mind is starting to wake up and starting to realize that no matter how people try to get you to perceive things, if you look at it if you see the good in it, it's all about your attitude. Some way, somehow, you got to make good out of this. Some way, somehow, you're going to take this situation and turn it around and make it better, no matter what. No matter who's hating on you, no matter who's jealous, no matter who's envious, you're going to take that and you're going to turn it into something. You're going to take that and you're going to turn it into a book. You're going to turn it into a movie. You're going to turn it into a shirt. You're going to turn it into a quote. You're going to turn it into a hat. All right, you're going to take it and make a song out of it. Anything they try to do to you for bad, you about to turn it into a bag. And you're so focused, it doesn't make sense. They can't get to you. They've tried to get to you. They've tried jealousy. They've tried hate. They tried manipulation. Nothing they can do can get to you. And that's just the way it's gonna have to be. You're too strong now, you've leveled up, and all they could do is try, and all they could do is be annoying. That's the only power they have left now. So make sure you keep your patience, make sure you stay focused, make sure you're not letting people get underneath your skin, because you have what they want. They wish they could be you, and they're going to act like they're not. But if they weren't, why would they be jealous? I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. Everybody smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, Druuill Nation, and the GCVs. I'll see everybody in the next video. This has been another DrewTube special. We out. Peace.